Okay, so here we have our fire starting equipment. I just have this on a plastic lid so I don't set my table on fire. As you can see, we have our ferro rod right here. We have our striker slash knife right here. And then we have some tinder right over here. This will help us just kind of get things going. So what you want to do is just take this apart. It's very thin. It's about as, it's even thinner than hair. Okay, so it's very light and thin material, extremely dry. And we're just going to tear this apart right here, put this into a little bit of a bundle. Okay, so for the purposes of this test, I think that'll be just fine. Now, one of the things that you want to do when you start using this first is just take the back of your knife and clear off some of the coating that is on the ferrocerium rod. Alright, I didn't want to bore you guys too much there with what with the whole cleaning of it. Let me see if I can get a good hold on this. We'll see if we can get some sparks going here. See if I can hold this a little bit higher. I'll choke up high on my knife. Ooh. Almost got myself there. Okay, there you can see how that worked right there. It took me a second to actually get through this paint and get a decent spark going, but as you can see, once you actually hit that tinder, poof, it goes up in flames. So let's try that one more time here. Okay, so you can see all the scraping that I did. I had to kind of cut away there in order to get that coating off and get more of a proper spark on that. So for the sake of keeping this video a little bit shorter, I did cut away so that I could do a little bit of extra scraping. Now, as you guys could see there, you want to make sure that you have your stuff ready because this goes up pretty quick. It does give you a very nice flame, but you want to make sure that you have some smaller wood pieces and tinder available that this would actually be sitting mixed in with. So you don't want to use this by yourself and expect to pick this up and like light a log with it. This is simply to help you get an ember going. Okay, once you get that ember going and you can keep the ember hot, then you can transfer it over to larger amounts of wood and start building your fire. But you saw right there why I put that on that plastic lid, because this stuff goes up pretty quick. Now they do give you plenty of this, as you can see. Okay, they give you plenty of this that you can continue to use. So if your fire does go out, you can grab your knife here. Remember, cut away from yourself, and use pieces like that. So I'll add a little bit more to this. All right, so we have a decent amount here. I'm going to try not to burn myself this time. Because this stuff does burn quite hot, but you have to get yourself close to it, especially if you're in a windy situation. So let's see if we can do this again. Just repeat our results. Almost got it there. Come on. Okay, so took a few. You can see we got a decent flame for a second. Definitely long enough to get yourself an ember going, and very easy. So there you have fire. Just fantastic. I really like this a lot. Now, like I said before, this thing is really well thought out. I mean, you have all of this survival equipment in just this very small package, and it's very easy to attach to your gear. You can take the carabiner and just attach this to your gear, let it hang off, attach it to your keys if you want to, or you just attach it to the keeper around your belt, something like that. Now obviously you see here, you guys may have seen that I've actually done a review on the brite-strike A-Pals in the past, and what the A-Pals are and what they do is, it's a very small LED, and it replaces several different types of lighting instruments. Really what it's meant to replace are light sticks and things of that nature. Now this produces a lot more light than a light stick. You're going to get up to 200 hours now of runtime out of these APALs. You just simply press the button. There's several modes, fast and slow blinking modes, plus steady on. And this particular one, instead of just being a regular square APALs, has these 2 line holes right here that you can use to, I don't know, stretch across your camp. You can put this on a line, mark trees. You can also maybe mark a spot where you've dropped fishing line or, let's say, a trap for an animal. You can also use this as a reflective element right here. So if you're trying to be rescued, maybe you've been out for just a long time and the APALs has finally died, you can still use that as a reflector. Obviously you have your carabiner here, and we all know how important a good compass is. I mean, it's very easy, especially in dense woods, to start walking in circles, and you wouldn't know it unless you knew which way true north was. So you have some fantastic gear that's just right on the outside, mil-spec 550 paracord, and remember that the paracord itself isn't the main attraction. It's what's inside the paracord that is your main attraction. You have several different threads of line. So let's say you have 20 feet, let's say you have 20 feet of paracord, and you have 8 lines inside that paracord. It gives you up to 200 feet of usable cordage, so try and keep that in mind as well. This is shockproof. It's you can freeze this. You can get this extremely hot. This is waterproof up to 200 feet, so a very nice little item there. Now there is a deal for this kit. If you guys wanted to call brite-strike, mention that you saw this on the Daily Shooter channel, brite-strike will offer you a deal, a fantastic deal, this whole kit for $29.99. And I just think it's absolutely worth just pinning onto yourself or your gear and taking it with you, especially if you're an avid survivalist, a prepper, or a hunter. Just a great little kit to have. But anyway, give them a call, mention the Daily Shooter, get the deal, guys, and get yourselves one of these. It's fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, have a great day.